back, can you come forward? Can you come forward? It's always good to have played. Now, today being the last day of our artistic forum, and that tells you that the whole program is coming. We want to give you a play, one of Ananse's stories that puts together most of our artistic forms and values. Now in this play, you're going to have dance, music, mime. You people know what I mean by mime? Yeah, mime and all kinds of artistic form that forms, folkloric form that we have here, put together in a play. The first play, this is one of Ananse's story, and as by now you should know, Ananse is one of is a character in our society that old people use to train youth. We get all values, all dooms and do's and such things through how we treat Ananse. Ananse is always a trickster. He tries to be wiser than the rest of the society, and he gets into a lot of trouble. At times, he's able to educate himself and put other people who are not sharp to match with Ananse also into trouble. That's the kind of character that we have with Ananse. So, ladies and gentlemen, with this, I ask you to relax as you watch the play, Ananse and the Gumman.
sometimes brave, sometimes coward. He, the generous, and he, the close-fisted one. But Is he ever wise?
No.
Tell me, is he ever wise?
No.
Was it not Ananse who once, thinking to possess himself of all the wisdom in the world, collected every bit he could and stuffed it into an earthen pot and attempted to hang it on the topmost branches of the silk cotton tree out of the reach of all mankind? His son, Kwekutin, watching the pot of wisdom on his father's chest, had to point out to him that trees could never be climbed that way. Ananse, in his anger, dropped the pot on the
I've not been at all well today. Try hard as I might, I could not lift my hoe a few inches above the ground. I think I'm going to die.
What? Going to die? How could a man like you, in the prime of man, think of death? Are you so tired of your wife and son that you speak so yellingly of death?
No, Honorary. I've always cared deeply for you. So it's not manly to show too much affection to a wife. I'm afraid you don't know how I feel inside this body of mine.
What is the matter with you?
It's as if my blood were on fire and my breath were being squeezed out of me. But put in my son, honey, my leg.
Wait! What is this? Quick! Go, run and call your neighbors. Tell them my husband, your father is dying. Go, run and quickly bring that help.
Yes, madam. I'll be back immediately with help.
How do you feel now, Peku?
It's too late, Honorary. Too late. I know it.
You talk like one who wants to die, Peku. Surely there's something we can do to stop your pain. Tell me, is it your head? Is it your stomach?
Yes, my head, my everything.
There are some heads in the farm good for stomach ache. They never fail. I'll get you some quickly if only you stop groaning so loud. You don't know how you frighten me with these words. Come, baby, try and sit up. Be a man.
Ah! My head!
Your head!
My chest!
Your chest! Oh,
My back! My limbs! Are my toes still there? I can't feel them any longer.
Madam, I've got the neighbors. They are coming.
Listen to my last words. I'm dying. But at least you can do my last wishes. The voice that calls me to the land of my fathers must be obeyed.
oh, don't die, Peku. You mustn't leave at Ananse. Is there nothing we can do? Is there no one to help me?
Don't cry. We've been happy together, and you've been as a wife. But now, we have come to the parting of the ways. The voice that calls me to the land of my fathers is a powerful voice. Do you promise to do everything I tell you?
Speak, father. We are listening.
I promise, Peku. I'll do everything you wish to make you lie in peace in your grave.
Thank you, Honorary. Thank you. If I die, can you not cover my grave? Place me on a fire with all my personal belongings. My hoe, my knife, and my cooking pot. Provide me with plenty of firewood. Don't forget my old pipe and a wad of tobacco. I shall need them. And above all, plenty of water, and a pot of palm oil, and some salt. Don't cover my grave. Place me under my favorite mango tree on the farm, behind the picket. And there, this aching body of mine may rest in peace, shielded from the sun, if not from the rains. Farewell, my son. Farewell, my wife.
Take a message and a token to some distant friends of mine. Tell them that a father lay dying on the battlefield. There wasn't the lack of a nursing, but he kept on saying, I shall no longer see my own native land. They sleep in the land they made free. They rest under the flags they rendered spotless. The earth may run red with more blood. They are at peace, for they find security in death. What is death, my sweet friend? Where is the rising up and when? I say that death is a black camel that lies at the gates of all. Ananse, may Asasia, the head goddess, build them freely. Then river.
Good neighbors, I welcome you to the funeral of my husband, Ananse. He died suddenly. No one knows of what he died. His last breath, he made all his wishes known. In obedience to those wishes, we have here all the things we need for his burial. Thank you for coming to us.
Now, O'Connor and our son to put in. We come to the burial of our friend Ananse with sorrow. We never thought Ananse would die today or tomorrow. But when has death ever said ago?
Condolence. Very friendly.
Proceed with the rites.
pot is newly smoked. May it is sweet on your tongue, and may you never be thirsty on your way.
May it taste sweet on your tongue, Ananse.
You who, contrary to the old proverb, has always maintained that though man may finish what he has to say, he can never finish what he has to eat. I bring you your pots for your journey. May there be enough food where you are going to keep these pots forever boiling. Go well, eat well.
Go, Ananse. Eat well.
And least we forget, there's palm oil for your soup. Food without salt is like eating corn husk. Go softly, Ananse. Eat well.
Go well, Ananse. Eat well.
Pride in the tool of his right arm is the pride of the true man. He who would walk with his chest out, his head high, let him beware of the rusty hoe. You guys still holding on to your hoe. Keep holding on to it, Ananse. For it's the two that makes a man.
We wish you strength to your shoulder, Ananse. Strength to your shoulder.
That man is not yet born. Who can think without a pipe? Friend to the aged. Tender solace in silence. Peace at sunset. All these I leave you. Then refer me.
More softly, Ananse. More softly.
Ananse, as you go on your journey to the land of the dead, may you encounter no evil, no matter how you live among us. May peace attend you even in death. Farewell, crafty one. Farewell, Ananse. When you start, do not tire. Take our condolences. Do not tire.
I thought they would never finish with it. My joints are aching after lying so stiffly on this crude day. I wonder how I can improve upon it. But it's going to take more than a month to eat up all the food on the farm. What a life! Eat and sleep. But I'm sure I'm not going to enjoy lying on this. We shall see how we can improve upon it. I'm also. But I did upset O'Connor. I never realized he cared so much. Nagging all the time. And the moment I decided to die, there she goes weeping like the September rain. Of course, she's been a good wife. That I must admit with all fairness. As for that son of mine, not a sob, not a tear for me. The way he took it, one may think he was all the time waiting for my death. I suppose he thinks he has the farm all to himself and O'Connor. Shia! It is dark already. I must begin operations right away. First, I must cut down some bunches of land and dig about a dozen or so yams. Plantains are best in Kotumbre. I forgot about food. But how shall I count it? Never mind. The fire first, then the contumely. Then while that is simmering slowly, I shall slice up the yams and peel the plantains.
visit is fine, you know.
Thus, for 8 days and 8 nights, Ananse prospered in death, while O'Connor's wife wailed and grieved and sighed at home. And Kwebuchin, his son, and all the neighbors did everything they could to comfort him. Ananse devoured the farm. On the 9th day, O'Connor and Kwebuchin come to the farm. The first week of mourning is over, and the sad mother and her son can now come out and collect some food on their own and also do some weeding. It's a fine morning, a bride of days.
Somebody has been in this farm. He has dug up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows of yam. That is 120 plants. And I can see what? Straight plantain heads. And skin. There must be over 80 branches cut. And further too. Young peelings. Oh, I get it now. Whoever it was that dug up the yams and cut down this plantain stayed here long enough to cook and eat. That seems obvious. From the side of the sky left by the fire, a bonfire to see. No, this is too much. This is too much. Where is mother? Mommy! Mommy! Mommy!
I'm here, coming. Where are you?
Here in the middle of the farm. Come quickly. Something disastrous has happened. And this may only be the beginning.
Ananse, where are you? Where are you to protect us?
I shall find a way, Father. I shall find a way. Just give me a couple of days and I will check the monkeys. That very. If I don't, I am not the son of Ananse.
Let's go on, Kwekuti. I cannot bear to see so much destruction. 10 rows of yam stolen in 8 days. And over 70 heads of plantain cut down. Already have the farm. Pepper, spinach, okra, all gone. Oh, I am dead.
But by this time, they had a plan.
It's another night and another feast. How I pity all family men who have to share every scrap of food with other men. Not a chance to put on a bit of flesh. None of that kind of life for me. So long as there's food on the farm. I'm already rounder in the middle than ever. Full belly, no hollows in my ribs, no worries. Life can be really good for the man who cares to use his weight. I seem to feel some presence here. Who are you standing there? Who are you? Who are you, I say? What sound was that? There it is again. This time I'm sure it's a sound. No question about that. Who are you, I say? What do you want, my friend? No reply. Can't you speak, fellow? This is my farm, and you have no business to be here at this time of the night. Speak. Speak, friend! Oh, I shall hit you with my hand. All right. How dare you hold my hand? Let go of me, or I shall hit you with my left hand. Come on. Ha ha. You must be joking. Dead or alive, I'm still strong. They call me Ananse. Quick Ananse. Does that mean anything to you? Ananse Kokoko. Ananse Kateche. Hello. Will you not let me go? My friend, let go of my hands, or I shall hit you with my leg. All right, take. Friend, let go of me. You can't keep me standing here all night long. I'm a busy man, you know. Let go of me. You understand the situation, my friend? Very soon, my wife and son will be coming here, and they will find out about me. I will make you an offer. Let go of me, my friend. Let go of me, or I shall hit you with my head. Oh. My friend, you understand the situation, don't you? It will be extremely embarrassing if my wife and son should find out about me dangling up here like a lizard. What shall I say? What will I tell them? The horizon is clearing in the east. So my wife and son will be here. Oh, what shall I say? What would I tell them? What a spot I found myself into. Oh! This is called for diplomacy. I must keep still. Perfectly still.
I don't think I've spent a more anxious night in all my life. But now I see all my worry was pointless. All the way here, I noticed no change in the farm. Everything was as we left it yesterday.
Isn't it strange? Not another yam apple. And not a single head of plantain. Cut down. And I did not smell any smoke either.
Our friend has not paid his usual visit.
Oh well, even python rest at the least.
I wish I could be so hopeful myself. But since your father died, I have lost almost all hope. What is it I see?
Take that one, of course.
Yes, but he's not alone.
Why so? There's a man all right. Our friend has come.
Wait, help, help, help!
Hey, friend. What are you doing here? Who are you? Will you not answer me? Do you want me to use other methods of questioning? That's funny. You must be dead already. Hey, friend. Who are you? Hey.
Listen, I've called the neighbors. They are coming. Do you know him?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out, but he wouldn't utter a word.
Don't you recognize him? Does he look like anyone you know?
I can't see his face unless I cut him down somehow. It's not going to be easy to tie him off this sticky man.
I'm sure he's pretending. These, I know them. Careful, I told you he was pretending. If he's stuck too tight to the Gumman, then let's wait for the neighbors. I can hear them coming.
All right. But at least you must find out who he is and what he has been doing in the town. Yes, hello. What's your mind? Don't you want to talk? I will come you if you don't talk.
No, don't come me.
That voice sounds familiar.
Speak, man.
I will speak. I will mention my name.
It's your father.
What?
Oh! So this is how you cut him hands. You are indeed your father's son. What is biting you? You two don't seem at all pleased with your cat. What is wrong? Anyway, what does he say is his name?
Yeah, Mugo! It's my father.
And now, you see, my friends, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing. When the chest of a strong man begins to heal with sorrow, who dares look on? Who? Let us leave Ananse to his grief and his shame.
Take heed then, all you who listen. A word to the wise is enough. Thank you.
Shall we give him another round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, we've just seen Ananse and the Gumman, performed by the Presec drama group. And we have as our producer, Mrs. Achampo, Mrs. Charlotte Achampo. Shall we have you up there, please? Now, this wonderful play you've just seen was directed by Mr. Abedi Ochebi. We also have Mr. Pekubi Abechi as the co-director. He also mans the lights for us. And for choreography and the songs in the play, we have Mr. Yao Paul. And we also have Kwawuvi Frederick as the stage manager. And finally, Eric and Subgroup as the flutist. Now we want to give a special recognition and also to show our appreciation to Mr. Henry.
This is
We are at the departure hall and we are about to visit the back on the maiden flight to New York. Wait. There we go. Hold on. The JFK airport.
How many of you have been to America before? Follow your eye view from the right around, all around Manhattan, New York, downtown New York. Old and New City. This is Brooklyn. You've been in Queens, New York, Brooklyn, New York, Manhattan, New York, Long Island. You've been in most.
This was boy with two. They made all sorts of noises.
Level of our comfort. Use this around culture, ethnicity, or race. This is your ethnic area that appears to be Latino based on the signs in the window. Some of the
does not get full. One thing I want you to know. That they could not have chili, and then they
actually moved, and like the biblical Moses, it has decided not to go any further. So we are all contemplating bringing an Aaron to send us to Toledo City. So whilst we are waiting Aaron to take us, we are still with Moses.
At the moment we are bubbling to 0 degrees and man is surviving seriously, but you know it's one of those things.
I could imagine how a pro and say, you watch your catcher running count. I had to the junction. I had to the junction. The boss know I say.
Where you feel the boss already?
Bus is broken down, so we're waiting for another one to take us to Toledo, about 15 minutes from our destination. 0 degrees over here. The bus is broken down, so we're waiting for another bus, which is supposed to be in about 15 minutes time.
What do you say, what's up, man? He was like, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Losing my mind.
Hey, is this Robert?
Oh, Toledo at last. Toledo at last. All the guys are here, Connie, Andre.
It's empty. It was scheduled for us to have our week. So now we're going to have to find what's going to happen. Because this classroom was not scheduled, was scheduled for use. So they probably made a switch. Sometimes the classroom has different kinds of equipment. It must be large. I think it has to be larger because it was needed a large classroom. Okay.
At certain times we thought that it was all over, and Dr. Cooks will say it will work out, and it has worked out. It looks therefore like a dream which we never thought could happen, which has happened. I'm talking about a dream because even in the choice of the airline we were to come with, at one point we thought that we should come by any airline. She said, no, Ghana Airways. I must say that after hindsight, I realized that what she did is again extraordinary, for Ghana Airways, because you all saw the number that were there. Without our group, you would have seen what the flight would have been. But she's giving us also the opportunity to travel. You know, we made history by traveling, being on that maiden flight of Ghana Airways to New York. So we can count ourselves as some of those who made that journey, that special journey.
But I think it is worth adding, since I am a leader of students, to impress on my students once more that this wonderful opportunity that has been given them should not be made to go waste. To the African-American students, that is the Toledo Excel students, you have had the wonderful opportunity of traveling to Africa to see things for yourself, to experience things personally. To the Ghanaian students, you have come here personally to see things for yourself, and I want to impress upon you that don't let this opportunity go waste. You are here to benefit personally, and then to make good use of this opportunity to develop your two countries so that the laudable aims and objectives of peace project will be realized. The adults who initiated peace project want to put you in a better stead to mold the future of the people who inhabit our world. We saw that if you were given this opportunity to travel to each other's country, to see things for yourself, there's no better teacher than personal experience. Experience, as they say, is the best teacher. We have made it possible for you to get this unique opportunity. It is now that the ball is now in your court. Accept this as a challenge. We have seen that the world has loopholes. There are so many shortcomings. How do we solve this shortcoming? The future of the world is in the hand of our young ones. If the door is locked upon them, they will not be able to achieve. So the door has been opened to you. You have been equipped with this wonderful experience. Make use of this experience. Let us see in our old age, when we sit in our homes, see that the day that Peace Project 94 took off was not a day that went in vain. And that we have achieved something by undertaking Peace Project. Long live Peace Project 94.
First of all, I think we have a very good. Then we want to say a big thank you to our friends and families, to Dr. Kush and team, and everybody who's helped so far and continue to help to make our stay here a profitable one. Well, when we were on the plane and were asked to fill forms given to customs, and we were asked to fill whether we're here for pleasure or for business, we were confused because though we do not see people here strictly as business, we do not see it just as pleasure too. So we felt there was something missing. Though some of us take pleasure because it was the only other alternative to business. I want us to take our stay here and want our friends to know that it's not just pleasure. We're here to together with you.
Some sociologists would call like a sort of a zone theory of where people live. When industrial production really got going before World War II in America, and again the mass production of automobile systems, expansion of highway systems, people began to move out away from the inner city. if you had some money. And this area was what's called the Central Business District. A lot of business activity, a lot of organization of the community were here. And in this area, there was a lot of poor people would live in zone number 2, and zone number 3. People who work but didn't get a lot of money would live here. But the more desirable thing was to move further away from the city. There was more status associated with living far away from the city. And you had big dirt crime, and a lot of noise, and again, low status, all associated with living up in here. Now then, everyone didn't get a chance to just move out here though. Although it was the most desirable, and in some instances it still is very much desirable to live out here. But it's going to depend on how much money you make. Now, after and this is important because it says some things about how African Americans wound up here in the inner cities and whites ended up out in the suburbs. It wasn't just accidental. It wasn't just a case where African Americans said, well, I want to live in the inner city where there aren't any jobs and there's a lot of poverty. That's where I want to live. No one made that decision. And that happened. Now, but after the Second World War, the federal government, the U.S. government, had really racist kind of program that facilitated the movements of whites out into these desirable areas and not blacks. In other words, the federal government had policies in working with the commercial lending institutions for people to buy houses, because houses cost so much money, people, as you know, couldn't just pay for it, and you have to pay for it over a long period of time. And you have to get a mortgage, of course, to pay for that. You have to get a big loan to pay for the house. And everyone just couldn't just walk up and get a loan to buy your house. Particularly, you just could not. Now then, so certain people could, and the federal government stepped in to help certain groups and not to help other groups. Now, but prior to the World War, to the Second World War, again, a lot of whites also concentrated up in here. But the thing was to try to get away, because the whole thing was like the promise of jobs and opportunity are going to be out here in the future, and looking back in the 1940s, projecting out to the 1980s and 1990s, they saw that the life and opportunity structures are going to be out here, not in here. So the federal government.
So what food did you have from McDonald's?
We had specialized chips and
And how would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, I'll give it 5.
Okay. That's
it doesn't satisfy like Ghanaian.
I understand. And I hope that won't be a problem for you while you're here. I understand because I previously have lived in a foreign country. I used to live in the Philippines. And I know that before we went there as a group, we had several weeks, even a couple of months of training ahead of time, so that we got to taste some Filipino food and we got to become accustomed to some of the lifestyle, and it was much easier adjustment than in your case, just to be suddenly one day you're in Ghana, the next day you're here, and you have hardly had any cross-cultural training to prepare you for this, except when we invaded you last summer. Yes, tell us something you've experienced.
Yesterday's lunch. Okay, before lunch we went to Robin's to buy ice cream. And I chose I chose Snickedy.
I don't see your face.
I chose Snickedy Duda. Because it rhymes with my name, Dia. Then I said cone. And I realized that they've wrapped the tip of the cone with the paper. So I asked myself, is the paper inclusive or exclusive? Because later on that I realized it was exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, later on.
Because back in Ghana, the cone is absolutely inclusive.
Yes.
Yes. And then we came for the lunch, and I didn't want to. I wanted to eat what Mr. Abibu was eating. So I didn't bother to ask of the food of the name. So maybe he will help us. Honestly, I thought it was rice with leaves, like salad or something. But before I realized it was all grass. And I was just big container. I know me too, my battery because when we were coming, this guy bought a bottle of the Coke. It was like that. It was iced tea. So it was like, okay, I decided to eat all. I didn't drink the tea, so I gave it to Ken. With his friend, he helped me. I was so full I couldn't eat supper.
Oh, yes, I know. Yesterday, our timing was off, and I thought only oranges have labels.
Labels.
Oh, a label. Ah. Oh, yes. In Ghana, don't your bananas grow with labels on them?
We have some fruits those that are being exported, we have labels, all the fruits that are being exported.
We don't eat exported food.